it's Laura from Madison Public Library, back with another DaVinci's workshop. This one is for grades 1 to 5, and we will be making some paper helicopters, which are also called rotocopters. So in your STEAM kit, you will find your instruction sheet, and then you'll have a template in a few different neon colors, and 3 different paper clips of different sizes, and then you'll have a little sheet of stickers to decorate. And what you need from home is just scissors, and if you want, it's totally optional, but you can use some crayons to color them in, or colored pencils or anything. So now the first step, all you have to do is take your template and your scissors and go ahead and cut them all out. So you can cut just around this one and the smaller one, and that's about it. So I will be right back. I'll cut these out, and then we can move on to our next step. So once you cut them out, you'll be left with 4 templates, 2 big ones and 2 little ones. So now you can go ahead and use crayons to color in your template. You can do the front and the back, and you can also put your stickers on too. Once again, you take your scissors, and then you'll see that there are 3 solid lines. This is the first one, and then these are the other 2. And so we are just going to cut along those lines. Now we have to fold it so that it turns into a rotocopter. So the first thing that you're going to fold is the sides that are labeled A and B, and we're just going to start by folding them over along the dotted line right here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I just bent it back and forwards just so it was nice and pliable. And then we're going to fold these down in opposite directions so that it looks like this. And now we're left with the bottom portion with C and D. You can just fold both of these sides over so that they overlap. So I'll start with side D, and then I will fold side C on top of that. We've got side D, and then C just goes right over it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to look like this. And you just fold up the bottom, and we've got our helper here once again. So you just fold it up a little bit at the bottom like this, and that's basically it. So now you can choose a paper clip. Now that we're done folding this, I'm gonna go for the big one, and you just attach it to the bottom on top of our folded tab down here. Then bend these out. Okay, so now it's actually time to test this out. I'll have to figure out where I'm going to film this, but first we can just try it right here. I'm actually just going to stand up. So here it is. I'm just going to stand up all the way here and drop it, and it hit the table. So I am going to move the camera so that you'll be able to see this a lot better. Okay, so we kind of get the gist of what happens. It spins, and let's see, what way is this spinning? So right now it's spinning counterclockwise, and what's really cool about this is if you switch sides A and B over, our rotocopter is going to spin in the other direction so that it will be spinning clockwise. So I have a little write-up of how this works on your instruction sheet, and as our rotocopter is falling through the air, air is pushing against the blades of our rotocopter and it bends them up a little bit. So basically it just uses thrust with the air and gravity when it's falling down. The air is pushing up against it and it just causes it to spin. And because there are two blades, it falls vertically and each side gets the same amount of push or pressure, but they're facing opposite directions, and that's how it spins. And the other cool thing that we saw before is if you flip the blades over in the opposite direction that they were before, it spins differently. So it'll either be spinning counterclockwise or clockwise. So it's just fun to experiment with it. The smaller ones tend to fall even faster just because they're so tiny and they're more lightweight than our bigger one. So you can experiment with making the smaller one too, and you can do this 4 times and just have a lot of fun watching them spin. And in the email for this video I'll have some links so you can learn more about rotocopters and helicopters and how they work and everything. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next week for another one. Bye!